Let's listen in to what the Law Minister of the country had to say once the Supreme Court had come out on its decision and said that until the time centre comes out in July and decides on the review, the Section 124A will be put in abeyance, which means no further cases can be invoked over the sedition law.
I have to see the judgment. What is the judgment? I have not seen yet. We have made our position very clear, and we also informed the Honourable Court about the intention of the Honourable Prime Minister. Beyond that, if anything else have happened, I don't know. But one thing I must say is that we respect the court, we respect the independence of the court, but there are things which is called Lakshman Rekha. All the organs of the state must respect each other and also to practice our respect in letter and spirit. Whatever we say, whatever we do.
Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP, with us on this broadcast. Mr. Poonawalla, the Congress now claiming credit for the fact that the Supreme Court has actually put this law in abeyance for the next 2 months. They say that this is exactly what we wanted. The repeal of the law, we mentioned it in our 2019 manifesto. This is the first step in that direction.
You know, Congress party saw चूहे खाकर हज को चली. This is the most hypocritical stand of the Congress party. On the one hand, it claimed that it wanted to do away with sedition law in its 2019 manifesto, and we have all seen how they have applied sedition law illegally and incorrectly on Navneet Rana only because they want to extract political revenge. We've seen how in Rajasthan they've applied sedition law on journalists. We have seen how 9,000 people were charged with sedition during the UPA tenure because they were protesting in Kudankulam. We've seen how the Maharashtra government of Congress party had applied sedition in Asim Trivedi case. In fact, the Congress party has the longest litany of misuse of sedition law. And today, for them to come out and claim vindication or to take credit is as if the devil is preaching the scriptures. They must answer the question that for so many years that they were in power until 2014, why did they never examine, re-examine, reconsider this law? In fact, Nehru was on record to say that we should do away with the law, but they did precious little. The family did precious little to actually do away with the law. This shows that they have always misused and abused sedition. And
Mr.
Rahul
Poonawalla,
Gandhi...
that's an allegation that the BJP too would face, that you vehemently been in support of the sedition law all these years, but now you're talking about misuse and a review of that law.
Well, we have always been in support of the sedition law, but it should be applied with the proper guidelines that the Supreme Court had laid down. But unfortunately, we've seen instances in Maharashtra, in Rajasthan, in many other Congress-ruled states where sedition law has been completely misused and abused. And therefore, it is necessary to re-examine it so that state governments do not misuse this provision. And therefore, we have gone for a re-examination. But the fact of the matter is that if the Congress party was indeed so committed to the cause of doing away with sedition, why did it not do away with it in the last 60 years of independence? Why did it continue to keep this law? It kept it because it wanted to use it to silence journalists, and it has had a long track record of using these kinds of laws to silence journalists, silence dissent, silence political rivals.
Right, Shehzad Poonawalla, thank you so much for speaking with us here on Times Now. The political war of words over this only escalating with each passing minute, and we, of course, are keeping a track of all of that here on Times Now.